They were scoured and scrubbed and brushed and buffed. Percy loved being washed, but now Thomas was sad. He thought he would never look as grand as the other engines. James, Emily, and Gordon were waiting for the railway inspector. "The sunlight here makes my dome sparkle," Gordon puffed proudly. "It makes my red paint look shinier than ever," said James. "And my wheels glimmer," Emily added. The engines tried to find the sunniest spot in the coal yard. So James backed up. Suddenly, he bumped into a freight car. The freight car rolled into a lever, and then there was a whooshing sound. "Oh no!" James puffed. Coal poured out everywhere. It poured onto the tracks and all over Gordon, James, and Emily. They weren't gleaming and shiny anymore. Sir Topham Hatt and the railway inspector arrived. "These engines are filthy," the railway inspector said crossly. "I've never seen so much coal dust." Just then, Gordon blew to clean his funnel. Coal dust shot into the air. It covered Sir Topham Hatt and the railway inspector. "Sorry," coughed Gordon. At last, Thomas and Percy arrived. When the railway inspector saw Thomas and Percy, he was delighted. "You two are just what engines should look like," he said. Thomas and Percy won first prize. The railway inspector gave them each a special rosette. Thomas and Percy beamed with pride. "I'm glad you made me come to the inspection," puffed Thomas. "It's just like you said," puffed Percy. "A really useful engine can look as grand as any engine." It was a cool summer's night on the island of Sodor. All of the engines were very busy, and there were lots of jobs to do. Gordon pulled the express, and Percy took the mail. He delivered letters and parcels across the whole island. Thomas was delivering coal to the coaling plant. It was a very long journey and a very heavy train. Thomas worked all night puffing through the countryside. At last, Thomas had delivered all the coal. He was very tired. "I'm puffed out," said Thomas. "I wish I'd had some help delivering the coal." "Pah!" huffed Gordon. "A really useful engine doesn't need help." Then Sir Topham Hatt arrived. "I need an engine to run 3 special deliveries for me," Sir Topham Hatt said. "I can do it," puffed Thomas. He was tired, but he wanted to prove he was a really useful engine. "Very well, Thomas. You must take some chickens to the market, sheep to the farm, and the children to school." "That's a very big job for a small engine," chuffed Gordon. "You're bound to need some help." This made Thomas cross. "Tank engines don't need help," snapped Thomas. "We're really useful." And he puffed away. "Chickens to market, sheep to the farm, and children to school," Thomas puffed. First, Thomas collected the chickens. Next, Thomas puffed into the valley. All the sheep were waiting for him. "Come on," Thomas panted to the sheep. "I'll take you to the farm."